If you were driving by a gas station this week and thought, well, it can't get much worse, I'm sorry to say, but yes, it can. The incompetence of Joe Biden and his clown parade of inept socialists can take us far deeper into the hole that they have been digging since they got into office. And I'll be getting into that in just a moment. But first, let's review some of the things they have been able to accomplish in the first 16 months of being in control in Washington. As I mentioned, and you already know, gas and diesel prices have been setting record high prices for days. Happened again today. And now on week's end, it continues. The latest national average is edging up towards $6 a gallon, and several major banks and AAA predicting that we'll pass that unenviable milestone of $6 a gallon by August on average for the entire country. Can you imagine? Of course, we have the ongoing baby formula crisis that Joe Biden said would have taken a mind reader to catch in time, even though his team was warned about it in September of last year, and the Health and Human Services say they've been on top of it from day one last year. Joe Biden knew nothing about it. The war on free speech has been ongoing, and despite a minor setback to the progressives with the suspension of the government's disinformation board, they will certainly regroup with their big tech friends and find new ways to censor you and me and, well, all of us. And the information we're able to get to, well, it's going to be limited. Violent crime is out of control. The border is open, wide open. And that's going to get exponentially worse by next week when the Democrats will ignore everyone from Border Patrol to fellow border state Democrats and end Title 42 anyway, which will create the biggest surge of illegal aliens ever in American history. Joe Biden's team has also overseen the biggest explosion in drug overdoses and deaths, suicides, the worst mental health crisis of all time. Really is quite a list. But I'm sorry to say the worst is still to come, which I've been telling you for a while. Food shortages will arrive sometime later this year. And yes, some places in the United States. It will extend far beyond baby formula. American citizens will realize the scope of the problem as they brace for a major recession. But here is the new epic problem that I've been predicting for years that will soon arrive. I've always called it the darkening of America due to a lack of energy. Brownouts, blackouts, energy problems, energy poverty. A brand new report from the North American Electric Reliability Corporation, a regulatory body that oversees America's electrical grid, is now flat out predicting a summer of blackouts for the western United States and the upper Great Lakes regions and the Midwest. The reason? It's simple. Terrible energy policies at both the federal and state level. They began in earnest under Barack Obama, were stalled under Donald Trump, but have been accelerated by Joe Biden and his team. The new report is clear and reads in part, quote, "It's clear the risks are spreading because the pace of our grid transformation is out of sync." Simply put, coal-fired power plants and nuclear power plants are being taken offline far too fast, and at such a pace that we are simply not able to build enough windmills or solar farms or battery storage facilities to come anywhere close to providing what's needed or to meet the demand. So what's the Biden administration doing to address these major problems that are being predicted by so many? It seems they're actually embracing the idea of destroying American energy and picking up speed altogether. It is incredible. Senator Joe Manchin, the Democrat, caught the Interior Secretary slack-jawed when he asked her about a memo that he had. This is yesterday. A memo that says they're shutting down all oil and gas drilling, all of it. And it's pretty clear she either has no idea what's going on or she's lying. Listen to this.
If I may, real quickly, Secretary Helen, I don't know, did you all just put out a statement? The U.S. Department of Interior just put out a statement. And the statement basically says a proposed program is not a decision to issue specific leases or to authorize any drilling or development. This is from you all's office. So it looks like you are on to shut everything down. Did you know you all put this on?
I am sorry. I am sitting in this hearing and not.
My God, somebody, it shuts it down. It shows what your intent is.
You have no idea. You're shutting down all drilling, all energy exploration. She has no idea, or she's lying. I'm sitting in this hearing. No kidding, lady. It's your department. And you don't know that you're shutting down all energy in America? Also yesterday, Senator Josh Hawley destroyed the dishonest arguments put forth by the hapless, hopeless, incompetent Jennifer Granholm, the former governor of Michigan, called her out for the ridiculous notion that Russia has anything at all to do with skyrocketing prices of energy here in America, including that gas station you go by every single day. Listen to this.
And I'm sure you've seen the reporting this morning that now AAA is projecting that gas prices will hit a national average of $6 a gallon by the month of August. Is this acceptable to you?
No, it is not. And you can thank the activity of Vladimir Putin for invading Ukraine and pulling essentially those barrels.
With all due respect, Madam Secretary, that's utter nonsense. In January of 2021, the average gas price in my state was $2.07. 8 months later, long before Vladimir Putin invaded Ukraine, that price was up over 30%, and it has been going up consistently since.
He's exactly right, of course. By the way, according to this report, which we'll dig deeper into, and again, it's from the North American Electric Reliability Corporation. It's a regulatory body that oversees grid stability. The risk of blackouts this summer as heat, drought, and shuttered power plants impact the grid. We've closed so many power plants, and not just coal-fired power plants, nuclear power plants, by allowing the teachers' lounge to be opened and let them infect actual infrastructure in America. Their thinking has infected us so badly, we've shut down these plants at such a rate we can't catch up. We don't have the power. Which is why in Michigan, for example, the Palisades nuclear plant, the governor, Gretchen Whitmer, is scrambling, begging to keep it open. It's supposed to close in 10 days. There's not enough power left in Michigan if they close Palisades nuclear power plant. This is true all over the country. These things are happening in real time all over the country. Governors scrambling to stop the shutdown of coal-fired power plants, nuclear power plants, because we're all going to be sitting in the dark with massive inflation. I'll continue this in a moment. Don't go anywhere.